Hello, everybody. Hello. Today is, hello, everybody. Today is Monday, April 6th, and I have more information with the numbers, some in, information on everything, period. New celebrities have came out tested positive for corona, and you guys come on in, just sit back and listen, and I hope you enjoy yourself. All right, you guys have the information today. Let me get rid of the music. All right. Um, there has been another star that has came out that said that they have tested positive with coronavirus, as well as her 3-year-old son. And her son is not looking so good right now. You guys, this is a baby. He's not looking so good right now. And that is singer Pink. She has revealed that she has tested positive for the coronavirus, and also her 3-year-old son Jameson. He has been sick for the past 3 weeks, as well as she has. He's been having a fever over 100 degrees. And with that, she has donated $500,000 to the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Fund, Emergency COVID-19 Crisis Fund, that is. And also, she donated $500,000 to the Temple University Hospital Emergency Fund in Philadelphia in honor of her mother, who was a nurse there. She worked there for 18 years. So she's donating money for that in her mother's honor. Um, there is I'm not sure exactly, I don't have the paper here, what country he's from, but Boris Johnson, he is a head of somewhere. Can't think of it right off of my head, but I know they have moved him to intensive care unit. Um, and I believe it was just like a week and a half ago that he had tested positive for coronavirus, and he is a older man. I believe he's like 70 something years old. They have moved him to ICU. Actor Jay Benedict, he is 68 years old. He is also an actor that is best known for his roles in the movie Alien, also 2012, and the movie Dark Knight Rises. And he did a TV series in the UK called Emmerdale. He has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. And like once again, he is 68 years old. I had told you guys in regards to the U.S. battleship, USS Theodore Roosevelt. The captain there, his name is Captain Brett Crozier. Um, I told you where he had took his crew and docked them in um, they docked in Guam because he was trying to save his crew. He had a crew of over 4,000 people, pretty close to 5,000, on this Navy tanker, and it was an aircraft liner where they would fly the planes out. Um, he was trying to keep from the rest of the crew getting infected with coronavirus, and it was a little over 1,000 people that were infected on that cruise liner. Well, now he has tested positive for coronavirus, as well as 625 other crew members aboard that ship, and they fired him because he told the information in a letter that he was trying to get help. So they fired him for that. Um, and yesterday, the Surgeon General, Jerome Adams, he had called on U.S. government who haven't issued statewide stay-at-home orders, at least as a give us a week. He said, give us a week. Give the USA, give us a week where everyone would be shut down, or have restrictions, as health officials warn of an accelerating rate of coronavirus cases and deaths for the next week coming. So for the rest of this week and into next week, we are supposed to be hitting our peak where a lot more people will be infected and a lot more people will die. They said this is going to be over our Pearl Harbor moment, Adams said. The warning came after President Donald Trump said that there will be a lot of deaths as the U.S. faces its toughest week in the fight against the pandemic. The total number of the coronavirus in the U.S. today rose up to over 333,000 yesterday. It's over that now. And with the number of deaths at more than 9,000, according to the NBC News tally. So, this is what I have for the numbers now of what we have. The world totals. Don't look at the crack of my head. The world totals right now, what we have is 1,329,307 confirmed cases, 73,831 confirmed dead, 277,329 cases that have recovered, and currently there are 978,147 currently infected patients, with 931,609 mild conditions, 46,538 which are in the serious or critical conditions. So 95% of the people are mild, whereas 5% of that million are critical. So it looks like we may have a good chance, you guys. I don't know. But those numbers keep going up. But in that 5% rate of critical, I think that looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nurse. But it's still in all bad. Okay. Our total country totals here, the U.S., we are at 356,414 cases. Now, you guys, the totals could be, they'll be going up in like 10 minutes. But this is from today, what I got at 2 o'clock today. Like I said, the cases of total of infected are 356,414 with 10,490 deaths. And if you look at where China is, it is 81,708 cases confirmed, 3,331 deaths. How did we surpass China when China is where it was originally supposed to have come from? But also, I looked up some other numbers, you guys, from other countries as well, where you can see the numbers. South Korea, 10,284. Israel, 8,904 confirmed cases and 57 deaths. Pakistan, 3,766 confirmed with 52 deaths. Okay, now I have more. I want you to see the other sides of different places. I even have some I want you to see these shockingly low numbers. South Africa has 1,655 confirmed cases with 11 deaths. In Japan, 3,654 cases with 85 deaths. Okay, now, when I looked at this, I see South Sudan. They have one confirmed case and no deaths. Now there is a Sudan, and then there's a South Sudan. The Sudan itself has 12 cases, but how is it that South Sudan only has one? But if you look at these countries here, Anguilla has 3 confirmed cases and no deaths. The Western Sahara, 4 cases and no death. Papua New Guinea, 2 cases and no death. Saint Pierre Miquelon has 1 confirmed case and no death. Timor-Leste has 1 confirmed case and no death. And if you look at it, all of these places that I'm naming off to you are warmer climates. They're warmer climates, and they also have 0 5G towers there. 0 5G towers. Okay. Now, this is what our U.S. total is right now, you guys. 356,414 confirmed cases of corona, 10,490 deaths, 19,247 have recovered. Okay, now this is what the map is looking like right now. Is if you look over towards New York, it's just a real big red blob. It's like almost everybody there just about is infected, it seems like. And Illinois, the northern part of Illinois, and into Michigan. You know, I'm just look at Florida. You know, North Carolina, I've heard, I've just got a message from someone. They just went on lockdown. Michigan is in lockdown. California is about to go in, the LA area is about to go in total lockdown from what I heard. So, you guys, if you haven't been out to get all of your supplies yet, I'm advising you to go and get them today. If you haven't got them, get it today. Because if you don't get it today, you may not have a chance to go and get your supplies within the next couple of days, because everything is going to be shutting down, and they're going to shut down for at least a week. Okay, now let's see. These are what our U.S. totals per state. New York has 130,689 cases with 4,758 deaths. Michigan is 15,718 confirmed, 617 deaths. California is following close behind Michigan, 15,240 confirmed, 351 deaths. Illinois, they just will not stop partying, you guys. I've sit and watched them out in bars. I've seen it on videos on Facebook. They're in the hole in the wall juke joints, partying and drinking and kicking it, smoking weed and everything. They're at 11,256 confirmed with 274 deaths. Georgia, 7,314 cases, 229 deaths. Texas, 720 7,276 cases confirmed with 140 deaths. Okay. Ohio, 4,450 confirmed cases, 142 deaths. North Carolina, they're low, but I don't blame them. They put those people on lockdown. 2,901 confirmed with 42 deaths. Wisconsin, 2,440 with 77 deaths. Nevada, 1,953 with 46 deaths. Arizona, 2,456 confirmed with 65 deaths. Minnesota, 986 confirmed with 30 deaths. Arkansas, 854 confirmed, 16 deaths. And still, that Wuhan repatriated, only 3 confirmed cases and no death. Now, I looked it up, you guys, to see what is this Wuhan repatriated. What they said Wuhan repatriated is the people that are from other countries. Like say there may be some from the U.S. There is some from Sudan. There is some from Indonesia, Asia, all of anywhere else other than China. They send these people to somewhere else. That's what the repatriated is. They're placing them all in one place because they're not from Wuhan. They're not originally from Wuhan. That's what the repatriated is. So that's not a bad number to only have just 3 people have it and to not be from that country. Okay. Now, again, I told you guys this is what we need to start doing to bring for your alkalinity and your acidity in your body. You want to bring it into a balance. The coronavirus is more alkaline, and your citrus and stuff, it has more acids to it. I believe that's what it was. So you want to eat your oranges, which is 9.2 pH balance. You want to balance your acid against your alkalinity. You want to balance it more so that you would have more of your citric acids in your body than what the coronavirus balances out to be. You want to have it more. Your dandelion, they have a dandelion tea, or you can go to a natural food store and get dandelion. I've heard that you can put that into a salad. So you want to get your dandelion, which is 22.7 pH balanced. Even garlic, you guys, garlic is 13.2 pH balance. Avocados, 15.6 pH balance. Even if you don't like avocado, get it and put just a little bit on your tacos or something, anything, or to try to help create a balance in your body naturally, because this is all natural stuff. When you're fighting against this germ, you want to bring your balance down into, you want to bring your balance back in order naturally. So these are some of the things that would help you guys. Okay, I'm going to say my hellos to everybody. Hello, Big Red. Hello, Pretty Face. Hi, Audrina. Um, hey, Damien. Hey, D Squared. Hey, Keita. Hi, Lisa. Let's see. Hello, Bella's World. What's up, book? Hi, Renee. I'm going through to see who all is here. Good. I'm glad you like those, Lisa. Potatoes are awesome. So when you run out of potatoes, you can use your instant potatoes and make them up. You guys get some like potato toppers, some sour cream, or get you some seasoning, something, you know, chop up a piece of garlic, a piece of onion, and put that on there. It'll taste good with some sour cream or something. Um, hey, Miss Keitha. Um, yeah, Lisa, this report is from Worldometer. Okay, I'm still reading you guys. Um, hi, Gracie. The original Wuhan stats. I don't have those stats up, but I can check them for you. Um, Let me get this off of here. My game keeps trying to play up, D. I'm trying to play The Sims on here. No, I can't play The Sims right now. I am a Sim fanatic, you guys. Sims is my game. I think I would go crazy if I didn't have my Sims right now. That's saving a lot of people's lives. You just don't know. I'll be done went stir crazy in here. I gotta have my Sims. Oh, let's see. Let me see. I'm getting it for you, Lisa. Let me find it. Wuhan Corona status. Mm. Okay, China is. Nope, that's not it. They have lifted their ban on what they have over there. Um, so they are not on lockdown anymore, but they have right now they currently have 81,708 confirmed cases with 3,331 that have died from coronavirus. So we have them beat by we have tripled almost. Oh, we have like 3.5 times the amount of death and infected from China. They're only at 81,000. We're at 364,000. So we have more than um, tripled their numbers. We almost quadrupled their numbers. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna take some call-ins now. If anybody want to call in for information or anybody want to speak, I'm opening up my phone lines. Um, Before I open my phone lines, I have a song here. Just 1 second. I'm gonna let you know here. Um, all right. I don't know. My phone has been going crazy, you guys. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I just have to reset my phone 3 times, and I don't know what the heck it's doing. Wait a minute. Yeah, it keeps going out. I don't know what it is. But I have a song here. It's called is made for the genre is truth music, and it is by John Boy featuring none other than our own Snipe Book. Yeah, my homeboy, he in some. I'm putting you out there. So I want you guys to listen to this song.
John Boy, Snipe Bud, Dominator Remix. Tell him, Jay.
We in debt with the Most High, but we ready to pay that. These nations wanna see us dead, but we ain't ready to lay yet. Yeah, you can say what you want, but don't touch us, we don't play that. Forgive them for they know not. It took a lot out of me to say that. Who are you to tell Israel they ain't gonna see Zion? Your world is about to end, but we don't believe in no Mayans. We came up on them ships, but we leave it here flying. How stupid you must be to be trying some lions. Once I let my locks down, you know I won't stop now. Christ gon' have a Caesar salad with a side of Rothschild, we lions. So they put us in a real cage, but if you in our den, all they gon' find is your rib cage. We headed to the top, but we skipping the middle, and we keeping the peace until Yeshua give us that signal. This world is our jungle, and you just a little birdie. But if you think we scared, then you probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. Yeah, you dealing with some lions, boy. Y'all wasn't even beating us, even at our worst moment. Only way y'all's beating us if the Most High put a curse on us. Nobody can save us. Every corner got a church on it. When the second coming here, it's gonna be a little different from the first, homie. War is on that man's mind. Slaying is his mission. Might not always pay my bills, but I always pay attention. In that book of life, I'm trying to get my name mentioned. You might look like a lion, but you live like a chicken. They don't woke them lions up. We wanna go back in our artifacts. When they see us coming, they might just kill over from a heart attack. Israel, oh Israel, now we living like we supposed to. Thanking the Most High, even after all the things that we go through. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. Yeah, you dealing with some lions, boy.
Yeah. The lion, which is the mightiest among animals, and doesn't turn away for any. The Most High, he's on board. Snipe again with John Boy. And if the rise to Zion, then I'm on that convoy. 30 remix, nah, bruh. More like paying homage to our dad and raw, bruh. And getting up on this knowledge. Like the fact that I'm an Israelite, Hebrew through my heritage. So save that you're from Africa. Israel is where it is. Fake Jews, religion too. You're gonna all regret this. All the pain you caused me and my people's on that checklist. I didn't have to curse you, or wish hate, or death wish. Believe the book, he's got you, but not in the way you expect this. Baptized, you think so, and now you think you're saved, bro. Obviously you're misled, cause the logic's off that paved road. Wrong way, wrong say. Worship on that wrong day. It's a long lay or a long pay, and work it like a long day. You can choose to laugh it off and think that you got it figured out, but I'm coming on that last day for the ones that thought that the bigger route was to believe what Satan preached. Live your life, no fear of doubt. And when you see Yeshua come back, Earth's house he's clearing out. I'm feeling like Rakim, cause I see and know the ledge. But now there's a twist on it, because I know it's about the hedge.
30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30. 30 and 30. 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. Yeah. You dealing with some lions.
All right. That was it, you guys. What you guys think about that? I like that. We'll get more music like that coming in, bringing it to you. So right now, I'm going to take a call in. Let's see. All right. taking a call.
Hello?
All right, Book, got you on the line. Got you live right now. Like it. People are liking it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All praises to the Most High.
All right. Okay, Damien said you got a song called Saints. You didn't get me that one.
No, I didn't yet. Still a couple of things I need to add to it first before I release it. But, yeah.
Okay.
That one, at least you can get that one on YouTube itself.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Okay. So, what words you want to give us in relation to that song? What is the meaning behind that song?
Well, basically, the meaning is whenever you are approached by different adversity and you're not sure of who you are, you can lean back to that scripture, Proverbs 30 and 30,
Okay.
to be able to gain encouragement, energy, drive, build your faith.
Okay.
You know, and then there's the fact that I was just touching on the fact that I came into the information of myself, my people.
Okay.
You know, walking around with this feeling of hopelessness because it never sat well with me that we were looked at as savages, that we're supposed to come from monkeys and different things like that.
Right.
So that's a great reason why a lot of us fall into these traps of escapism,
Right.
or whatever addiction it may be.
Okay.
Just think about it.
Okay.
If this was all common knowledge, would our people be in the position they're in? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we knew all of this commonly, instead of the narrative that they try to bring,
Okay.
we'd be able to show each other that, man, we ain't gonna stand for this.
Right.
We're regal people. We come from royalty.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, so it's not uncommon to believe why we have the taste that we have. We have a way of exuding regalness.
Yeah. We are proud people. Like I was telling people with Nipsey Hussle, you can tell his regal, that he comes from regalness. His stature, Nipsey stood proud with a barrel chest, and he stood with his, his shoulder up proud, like he was a proud man. And when he shook your hand, he pulled your hand to his heart to let you know that, hey, I'm doing this from my heart. I'm not just giving you a weak handshake. I'm giving you a strong, firm man handshake. You feel me?
No doubt. Well, they can't stand us to stand strong.
Yeah.
That's why they go in so hard in trying to eviscerate us, whether visually or stereotypically. You know, they'll try to make us everything that they want us to be instead of who we should be.
Right.
So I know that everybody's all caught up in being politically correct and things of that nature.
Right.
I certainly am not a hate monger.
Right.
Nor am I a militant.
Yeah.
You know, what I am is just a man that came into some knowledge, and the energy from it and the math adds up.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand with that, and my faith is built on that since then.
Right.
People need to understand that really what we're going to be dealing with is a spiritual war that this world has never seen before.
And
so you're not going to know how to prepare for it. There's not going to be a gun. There's not going to be some kind of weapon that's going to be your savior, other than what's entailed inside that book.
Right.
And the knowledge and the wisdom applied to that knowledge. You feel me?
Right.
You got to look at it from that point. My faith is way more stronger than my fear of this what's going on.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to act like I'm a superhero.
Right.
I'm not trying to play that role. But I just believe that if you believe in him with all your heart, things happen, man.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Things will fall in order and fall in place for you. But you have to put your trust in him And when you pray to him and put your trust in him, you cannot put your trust and faith in man. You cannot even put your trust in your own self. You have to let him lead you, and he will give you direction and guidance. But once you pray to him, you got to let it go and let him work it out for you.
Facts. The minute I just I try to remind my people that we cannot achieve success by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
You can't do dirt and expect to be able to live vicariously or righteously from that.
Right.
You ever notice how whenever you do right, blessings happen?
Right.
But the minute you start patting yourself on the shoulder or popping your collar,
yep,
that's when you start losing everything.
Yep, everything goes wrong for you because you think you doing it, but it ain't really you. God, he gives you the graces, but what you do with your grace that he gives you, you have to use it to serve him. You can't serve you. You're just a man. You have to let his grace work through you. And only then can you have the promises that he set forth for you.
Exactly.
So, you got to stand firm on his promise because he gives you the words. He gives you his promise. You are his promise people. But how can you be a promise, a people of promise, when you are not following his commandments and what he tells you? You are doing your will, not his will. He didn't tell you to go and do this and do that other than what he told you to do. And what he tells you is to call on him in your times of needs. He will be your shelter. He will provide for you. But in order to provide for you, you have to stand on his promise and stand firm on it and say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah. You got to, I look at it like he's a parent, because that's truly what he is.
He's truly
parent.
forgiving. He forgives you of all of your sins and your transgressions.
But you have to be accountable for him first.
Exactly. You got to say, hey, I did this and I don't want to do this no more. Can you help me? Can you help me?
And you say it to him, not to the next man.
Hey. Somebody thinking that they can do it and take it and they ain't got to take it nowhere. They can do it and do what thou wilt. No, you can't do what thou wilt. You do what the father tell you to do. Just like any father or any mother. They tell you to do something, you don't do it. What you get punished. You get a whooping. And that's what we getting, a spiritual whooping. But when you release it all to him and ask him to save me, to help me, I want to not do this no more, he will step in and save you. But you got to ask him and prove it to him. He ain't going to do it just because you say it. You got to walk that walk. You got to prove it.
No doubt. Like, for instance, me saying in that song that I'm an Israelite. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean just because I know who I am now, automatically I'm saved or all of my problems are over with. Because if I start developing those type of attitudes, that makes me no different than white people with privilege or entitlement issues. No different. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you have to look at it like, be humble. You always have to be humble. Mm-hmm. If you're not into the Bible and you're becoming more curious about getting into it, realize this thing. That book is the story of our people's journey, then what is to come now. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't, why do they keep rewriting it? Why do they keep adding things to it?
But the thing about it,
why did they take it out of every facet of life outside of the church? Like, it's not in school anymore or any other place like that.
They really don't want you going too many places other than to church to worship.
Right. But then
if you stand on the corner,
into the wrong building,
if you stand on the corner too long and you preaching or you giving that word, watch what happens. Somebody's going to come. You got to move. You can't do that here. Who says? This ain't your corner. I'm here talking. Anybody who listen, I'm talking. You can't tell me I can't stand here and talk. But it's
True.
what you say that they don't want you doing.
No doubt. No doubt.
But if you have a couple of people around you and you're talking and they getting them couple of people, they may not say nothing to you. Because then you're talking to them people. But they look at you, they're going to say, oh, he's talking to himself. You can't stand here and talk. Who you talking to? Okay, I'm talking. Okay, if I'm talking to myself, let me talk to myself. I'm talking. But they're going to say, no, you can't stand here. You crazy. You got to go. But if you got other people there and you're talking, then they might just say, leave them alone.
Right. Only thing I can say is if I ever got to that point of being out there street preaching, I would definitely make sure all of my information was on point.
Right.
I mean, airtight.
Because you never know who's listening, who's watching. And you don't want to be out there and give misinformation to someone, because that one someone could be a soul that you save, and you give him the wrong information. He go back like, well, this guy told me this, this, this. And then this dude is thinking he's getting something for himself to save himself. He's going to say, what did you saving yourself from? You don't got the wrong information.
True that. But, to me, I definitely try to make sure to let people know if I speak on anything.
Go look it up.
You believe me? That's great. Please go do the research for yourself. You're robbing. You cannot live this truth vicariously through someone else. Sooner or later, you're going to have to make that walk up to him to give him that acknowledgement. Now, it's real easy for people to hear the term Hebrew Israelite, and then it might cringe, because one thing that I've noticed that they like to do with that is, if you were to just go on YouTube, for instance, and you type in the word Hebrew Israelite, you'll get a myriad of videos. But the way that they pair it up is, they make it sort of like the same way, when something happens in the hood, an event happens and the reporters come to report it, they don't go seek out the distinguished gentleman or lady that's standing there and witnessed everything. No, they gonna go find the crackhead,
right,
or the homeless person with no teeth that's gonna be standing there, flying, just saying any old kind of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? They do that on purpose for a reason.
Yeah.
That's simply because they want people to think that that's a projection of that neighborhood.
Right.
That's all you're gonna see over here when you go by here, so don't bother with it.
Yeah.
It's worthless. You feel me?
Right.
So they do the same thing with the Hebrew Israelite video. They'll put up the videos where you'll have brothers that might come into a little bit of knowledge, and then run out there on the street ready to yell and scream at everybody.
Right.
They don't have any Bible. They don't have any information on place cards or any pamphlets to hand out, paperwork.
But they want to go and hoop and holler to everybody.
Right, but the minute that somebody comes up and asks them, takes a vented interest in what they're talking about and asks a legitimate question,
right,
they can't answer it, so then they immediately attack them.
Right.
Well, if you're sitting here and you don't know better, and all you see whenever you type in those words is those kind of videos, what kind of impression are you going to get?
Not too good.
See,
Not too good.
Exactly. So they do that on purpose. So when you go looking for Hebrew Israelite information, it's good to scroll down a good way, because they try to bury all the real videos where real Hebrew Israelites that have the real information to give out and are eager to do the Most High's work.
Right.
Those are the ones that they tend to bury because they want to do bait and switch.
Right.
I just want to get that out there to people, so in case they go looking for anything, that they get that reason, they get that point across. Another thing, Hebrew Israelite is a nationality. That's a heritage. That would be something that you would write on an application if you would say, what color are you, or nationality.
And then
it is not a doctrine of belief.
If they see so many people quit saying that, oh, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that, not of this race, of that race, not of this origin, not of that origin, and they see people come up with this Hebrew Israelite, they'll be like, what?
And it's not just black. You got everybody. When it says everybody, see, in the Bible it says it won't be just one person that's going to signify the whole It's going to be a myriad, the group of people, all of the 12 tribes coming back together under that one name and yelling it in unison. Then and only then will he come back. So it's not just going to be Judah waking up to who they are. It's going to be Issachar waking up to who they are, Ephraim, all the other different names that I spoke of on the other night. Once they all start waking up to this and they come together with us and we all stand together in front of the Most High with our heads bowed and humbled, praying to the Christ, then and only then will that action start to take place. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to have to take a unified effort, which is a beautiful thing in itself because that's the way it should be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There is a pecking order, and that's not by our choice. That's just the way he laid it out. You feel me?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that if you don't take this truth in and accept it with all your heart and then take that with you and endure all the way to your dying breath if it came to that day, you do that and you're almost assured of having entry into the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's all of us, not just so-called blacks. I'm talking Mexicans, even, and people think white people are not going to be able to get in there. They will be able to too, but they have to, again, humble themselves to the information.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Esau is prideful. That's why you don't get a lot, you get a lot of backlash when you start to bring up things that happen. Now, it's a hypocritical move because if something happened to them, you'll never hear the end of it.
Right.
But when we talk about it, can't you forget that, man? That happened so long ago. Nah, homie. My homeboy just got killed the other day by a racist cop, calling him nigga while he shot him.
Wow.
That wasn't a long time ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that can happen any day of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now. So where is it any different from 400 years ago?
Right.
The only difference is they didn't do it in secret behind white coats and hoodies.
Right.
They do it straight in your face now.
Right.
You know? But again, I digress. I just hope that for the people listening to this, that they take away from it the eagerness to want to learn.
Right.
If you're willing to get up on Sunday and go sit in a building that a lot of times they don't want to be in anyway, but you go through that because you think it's right. What's the difference in doing yourself a real favor and checking this information out for yourself with an open mind?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if what you're doing right now isn't giving you that energy and that feeling that you need,
Right.
then maybe it's not there to begin with and you need to keep looking.
Right.
You know? And that's why I try to get that out there like that with this music. Truth music has been around longer than me. I am not going to claim responsibility or credit for having it or naming it. I just fell in love with it when I came to it because it has to come full circle.
Right.
Our music has to come full circle. We sat practically on gangster rap for about, 30, near 40 years now.
Yeah.
Every other genre of it maybe have had a window of 2 to 5 years.
Yeah.
But this has sat here for 40 years.
Yeah.
That's not by coincidence, people. You know, they try to recycle it and rehash and make a new vein for it to go down, but it's still the same thing.
Right.
It has to come back to this music because of the fact that we cannot just keep eating off of this garbage.
Right.
Not all of it is garbage, but enough of it just, as soon as you hear it, you turn it off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's not feeding you. It's not feeding us. Not in the way that it's supposed to.
Right.
When I came on this music,
Mm-hmm.
it fed me. It still continues to feed me. I love making music regardless.
Yeah.
I could have had opportunities to be in the game for real, but my integrity just, it wouldn't allow me to sell my soul out for that. Fame and fortune to me is not worth all of that. And you can look at enough behind the music stories to see confirmation of that.
Right.
People can have what we would call a perfect life and still take their life.
Yeah.
Why? Because they sold their soul to get it. and now they don't know how to get it back because
Right.
nobody has been able to get to them to let them know you can come away from that. The Father will allow you to come back. They're not
Yeah.
telling them that. They feel hopeless. They feel trapped.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I get from that. So I just hope that everybody that's listening, they're encouraged by this, and it allows them to want to not take a hard look and stance on it before you really give it a true fair shake.
Right. But um, a lot of people don't know how to take Hebrew Israelites. They don't understand them because they're all one thing, but some of them take a more harsh approach to it. Some
Right.
are more
Well,
arrogant and some are more pushy
yeah.
and forceful with it, where there is some that is more patient and willing to work with somebody to learn, and that's how everybody should be.
Right.
But
Well, I can answer that.
okay,
I can definitely answer
okay,
that for you. The reason why you get that is because some Israelite groups haven't all the way came out of quote unquote real world thinking.
mhm,
So they try to merge this world in with the truth. So inevitably they're trying to serve two masters. You can't do that.
mhm,
It's either or. You see what I'm saying? It's either or. And if you truly are preaching or talking about the truth,
mhm,
it sells itself. You don't have to force it. You don't have to yell it.
mhm,
If somebody doesn't accept it, you don't have to get mad and curse at them and call them
right,
names.
right,
That's not how the Father works. And why would he have you sitting up berating people like that? That's almost like you're taking his position. And I'm not about to get down like that.
Well, some people
Not
has to
me.
take it at their own level. So when those ones that are getting irate and getting arrogant, they can't get mad at other people because they're not taking it or getting what they're getting right now. You have to let people slowly work their way into it. You can't just push them. You got to take this. You got to get this. No, because I'm gonna tell you
Right.
me. This is what I would do,
Right.
man. If you don't get the out my face with that bull, just
Right.
get on away from me now. You can't make me go into
No
what
doubt.
you want me to believe, but I'm gonna tell you the exact words I'm gonna say. Get the fuck out my face with that bullshit. Fuck you. I
Well,
don't
I'm gonna tell
know
you
what
like
you
this.
saying to me. I don't know nothing about that. Leave me alone. And I don't give a fuck about you being arrogant. I can be arrogant and cocky too. Get away from me before I bust your shit. And it's just the
Right.
bottom
Right.
as that. But if I'm gonna get into it, let me do it at my own pace, at my own time. Not because you want me to do it,
Exactly.
because you want me to do it. A lot of people, they're gonna butt heads because they ain't gonna. I don't take too kindly of people telling me or making me what to do. You can't make me do nothing but mad. So leave me
Right.
alone. I'll take what you give me some information. I'll check into it. If I like what I'm hearing, I'm like what I'm seeing, then I'll come holler at you. But don't try to make me be what you want me to be. Because I don't know
Right.
what you
Well,
talking about, first of all.
right.
Yeah.
True that. It's the same thing with anything that you're doing in life
Yeah.
when there's change.
Yeah.
Whenever you're used to accustomed to doing a certain thing, it's usually going to take a little bit of tapering off.
Yep.
Like you still do it, but you got to kind of like
Grow
break
into it.
yourself out of.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the same thing with this truth. When I first came into it, from the time I actually found out the truth, all the way
Mm-hmm.
into the time when I actually went under the water and did it, under this truth,
Mm-hmm.
it was about near 2.5 years. You see what I'm saying? So I went through a whole lot of life experience after finding out and applied this truth to it. You see what I'm saying? And what I found more and more was the more I into it I got, the more Satan sent a lot of stuff my way
Yeah.
to stay on my helmet.
Yeah.
Now, at first I was biting into it, getting all in my feelings, getting stressed out, mad,
Mm-hmm.
and it was affecting every facet of my life. But then all of a sudden one day, I just stopped and I laughed
Yeah.
because it finally hit me.
Mhm.
If this was all a lie, why is he on me so hard about it?
Mhm.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Why would he be on me so hard about it if this was a lie?
But you
If
know
it was
what?
the
A lot
truth,
of
if it was,
people are going jumping into it like, okay, this is the way and this is the only way. And oh, I'm going to give my life up from doing this, that and the other. But like I told you, you can't just jump straight into it. You are a person and the Most High understands and recognizes that. You know,
right.
you have
Nobody's
to
perfect.
gradually
Nobody has a
grow
right.
into stuff. Cause me, you know how I am.
Right.
You know, I'll cuss somebody out in a minute. Even though I am a ordained minister, I work my way through things, and I have to sit and pray on the God take that from me. But don't change me from if you have to go out to people, you have to be a people person. You can't go out to people and get people and bring him to the Father if you're out here being something phony. I'm a people person. I'm going to come to people like I'm one of them because I am one of them. And I try to change. I have, and I have did a whole lot of changes through all of these years. We've been friends for many years. And I know you've seen a lot of change in me. And
Right.
but still, how can I tell somebody to come to the Father and be genuine if I can't come to you and be genuine as a person? You know what I'm saying? So I know
Exactly. So
I
the
have
way.
a smart mouth sometimes. I know I will cuss you out, but still I know how to humble myself in the eyes of the Father. And if I want to
Well, you
go
gotta be
and
able
reach,
to humble yourself anywhere.
yeah,
It can't just be with him.
right,
I mean, in some situations, because I could tell you, I was a hard
oh,
head. Like my temper used to.
oh my God.
My temper. So you already
Oh, I
know.
know. I
So
remember me and you done cussed each other out many times on the phone, but that never broke our friendship. I think that's what made us a lot stronger because we can come at each other and be back and forth. But still, at the end of
well,
the
I think
day,
it also had to
we
deal
would
with the
always
content
say
too.
before we hung up, "Love you, homie," and we still do that to
No
this
doubt.
day.
But I think it also was the content. I never saw it as an argument. I saw it as this heated debate.
Yeah,
You
and we had
know,
into
when
many
you
of
have two
those.
strong-minded people in a conversation, like right now, we're fighting just to talk. So, you know what I mean? But I do appreciate
Yeah.
that. One thing I can't count on from you is you're always going to be 100.
Yeah.
You're always going to be real.
And I can't do
And,
anything else
and then
but
you
that.
are accountable.
Yeah.
You are accountable.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that in itself, these days, that's a hard commodity to come by.
Hard.
It really is.
And for somebody to
And,
find
and,
a
and
true friend and, where you can talk to and, have debates, but still at the end of the day remain friends.
well, it has to start with how it was made and laid first.
Yeah.
If the friendship was founded on 100,
Yeah.
chances are it's going to be able to weather the storms that come around.
Yeah.
And even if the walls and the ceiling were to fall down,
You still
the
got that
foundation was still
foundation.
there
Mm-hmm.
to be able to rebuild it back up again.
Mhm.
And this time you can even do it stronger.
Yeah.
That's how I was with my friends that I've come into this truth with. One being Damien, and another being is another friend that hasn't yet to make his appearance yet on here, but
Yeah.
he does listen in, and he more or less we try to encourage each other to stay on that course. Because while like we were talking about those other groups and how they come at everybody all sideways,
Mm-hmm.
that's all about feelings. And
Right.
we also know who's the master of feelings and the author of confusion.
Right.
If you're a parent and you tell your child to do something, you're not going to give them a hard, difficult time about it. You're going to make the orders direct, simple, straight to the point.
And be firm
So why
about
would
it
the
and
father?
say what you got to say and let it go. And then I come back 15 minutes later. All I got to do is give you that look like, excuse you, what is you doing? Didn't I just tell you something? Don't look at me like I ain't
And
tell
that's
you
more or less
nothing.
right. I encourage people to look at the father in that same light.
Mm-hmm.
You put him in that same category. Because once you do,
Yeah.
then it makes sense why he has the attitudes and he does the things that he does, because he acts just like any other parent would. When you mess up, you got to get disciplined.
Yep.
If you're going to be one of them hard-headed kids that think that you can't be told anything, you can't be held accountable and disciplined for
Yep.
anything, you're going to wind up being one of those ones that's going to be a casualty.
Yep.
I don't want that for anybody, man. I love every. There,
Well,
for
I ain't gonna say
you
I love
to,
everybody because it's one
no,
person
I
right now
actually
that
do.
I'd like to
As a
bust in the
human
face with
being,
a rock right now. Just put a rock in a sock and swing it. just whoop her. And
see,
truth,
I'm
you
on here
know,
trying to
truth.
talk about something positive, and you talking about trying to mollywop somebody. Here
Man,
you
because
go.
there's just one person that's getting under my skin. She just bothers everybody. And my homie, the truth, he's on here right now. He knows who I'm talking about, the elephant in the room. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who the elephant in the room is. And you know, she just keeps coming at everybody on all different angles with a whole bunch of mess. I know I say I pray on a lot of different things, but like I said, I ain't perfect. I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. I ain't even gonna try to act like I'm perfect or try to be perfect, because there's only one perfect person. But while in my imperfections, man, I will snatch a
I
wig and beat somebody with a rock.
I mean, I get that, but you know what? To me, again, because we touched on this the other night
Yes.
too.
Yep.
I truly feel like you are doing yourself a disservice by stepping down off of the platform you created for yourself.
Yeah.
You are a
She's not worth
classy
my
lady.
time.
You down to earth.
Yep. She's not
You
worth
got,
my
I mean,
time.
your charm exudes through the airway. I mean,
Mhm.
anybody can look at these videos and already can take a liking and tell you good people.
Yeah.
So if somebody out there is decidedly trying to undermine whatever and is anointing themselves, whatever, that let them hate. Let them do that. That don't mean you gotta jeopardize or compromise your character and
Right.
step out of your way just to try to compensate and play tit for tat,
Yeah.
man.
See, I don't
Hey,
think
no,
I'm
look.
better than nobody, but I know better than that, and I know better than to do better than her. And me doing better than her is to keep on doing what I'm doing, and I'm all about
We do it better.
uplifting.
Success is the best revenge, yo.
I'm about
Success is the best revenge.
uplifting anybody. I don't care what color you are. I will always give words of encouragement. I will always, have something positive to bring to you. I will try to
Hmm.
bring out the best in you, even if you see nothing. If you see nothing but less in yourself, I will try to encourage you to bring out the best. And, you know, I try to exude
Well,
positivity out of myself to people because, with what we have going on right now, this is a whole lot. This 5G, coronavirus, whatever, death is a whole lot. So
hmm
right now
which
we
is even
need
more better
somebody.
reason why you should stay focused
Yeah.
on that instead of letting that, that going over there allow you to get to mess with your energy like that. For real, for
All
real.
right, I want to say
You know
this
what I mean?
thing. Paula Banks, Pam's Corner, I see you. Love you to life. Keep living. Stay strong. Survive. That's what I want you to do. Because I learned different
There it
things
is
off
then.
of you. You make me great. You make me prosper. Because as long as I know you're talking about me, I'm doing something. And I'm going to focus myself today forward to push myself to do better than my yesterdays. And I want to thank you
Mm.
for what you're doing because you pushing me to be a greater person.
There you
So
go.
keep on
That's how
throwing me
you
the
handle
negativity
that.
because I'm going to keep on throwing back positively. Love you, baby. That's all I can say.
How
Love
about
you to
that?
life. Keep living.
That's grown folk
There
talk
you
right
go.
there. Salute to that.
So,
Stay with that right
as
there.
with everybody out here, I wish everybody, to be healthy, be out here, be safe, look out for your next door neighbor. Look out for your fellow man. I'm going to tell you what I did, you guys. They have little mailboxes out here in the country where I live. People put books in these mailboxes. out here, people were saying, hey, what should we do with these mailboxes? Nobody's getting books in them anymore. And I'm like, food. People that don't have food, toilet paper, bar soap, tissue, anything. I have extra stuff here that, I ain't gonna say I'm rich and I ain't gonna say I'm poor, but I know I have an abundance of food. So the people that have babies that needs things, put a little extra food in something. Go knock on your neighbor's door. Give them some canned goods or something. Knock on the door. Talk through the door. Hey, y'all okay in there? Hey, you okay in there? You cross the street, neighbor. Get to know your neighbors. Reach out, because you never know. Them same people that live around you, you may need them. So reach out to them. Even if that one neighbor you think is prejudiced, still knock on his door. Hey, you okay in there? Just checking.
No doubt.
We got to look out for one another now in these times, because that's what the devil want us to separate, when the Most High want us to come together and show love. And that's what we got to do, show that love to one another.
Doubt. And not just for one day out of the year, like they try to do with Christmas. I'm talking about if we truly love ourselves, it won't be hard to love someone else. You know what I mean? It really won't be. I feel like as if we need to, again, try to come together under this truth and understanding, so that it takes away all of the petty, the bickering, the debates, the who's better than who's shining harder than the other. Even simple stuff like who loves the Most High the most. You know what I'm saying? It takes away all of that.
All I know is I know my love for my Father, the Most High. I know my love. And I know if you love him as much as I know your love is great. And I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm going to grab hold and say, hey, don't forget about me. I'm here. Don't forget about me. Ain't nobody perfect. And it ain't never too late to say, hey, Father, I need you. You are the Most High. You are worthy for me to serve, and call your name. Glory, call your name.
Here it is.
I don't want to go. I go get in here and get to talking, go to shouting, y'all. I done got misty-eyed right now just thinking about it, because
it is a powerful and amazing thing. Not so many people are accepting of it.
Power in that name.
No, and that's another reason why I wanted to touch things. People, really need to realize that yes, there is power in names, so it does make sense to make sure to get the names that they say. I'm not gonna call it the correct name. I'm just gonna say the names that they put out there for themselves.
But the correct name to call him is call him Father, because that's what he is. Mm-hmm. If you can't call him nothing else, call him Father.
And Christ, because no matter what name you would put in front, whether it's the name I use, Yeshaya, or the name others use like Yahshua or any other one, he's still the Christ. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And when you come further and further into this truth, you'll even get to a point where you no longer are going to be debating people about what they're believing in is true or not. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing that you're going to be more concerned with is whether or not whatever they're believing, whether they call themselves whatever denomination, are you following the law, statutes, and commandments in that? You see what I'm saying? So as long as you're doing that, the Father definitely will give you a pass on whether or not you got his name correct or not. Mm-hmm. It's about the work anyway. You know what I mean? And the best thing that we can do with this information is apply it to our lives. Yep. Become beacons of light so that other people around us can become inspired. Because think about it. Like you said, you already know me for years. Mm-hmm. You know my ups just as well as you know my downs. You feel me? So when I was going through all of my my other trauma and everything. I was still thinking about the different religions. I was trying everything, Jehovah's Witness, Muslim, everything you can think of to try to see where that math adds up at, you know?
Yeah.
And it was more frustrating, and I allowed it to get into my feelings, and it affected every facet of my life. You feel me? And I got the backlash from that. The minute that I found this truth, though, and I really started to apply and believe in it, that's when I started to see the change. That's when I started to see the changes in everything around me, as well as in myself. I know now if you place me with the 2008 me, totally two different people. Totally two different people. They'd be like, I don't know this dude.
Right.
And that's how I look at it now. So I'm thankful that I found this information, because without it, I'd be a lost cause just like a lot of us already are.
But you know what?
We're all trying to find our way. So I hope and pray that anybody listening, you get this truth.
Right.
You definitely try to apply it to your life. Become an inspiration so that your other peoples can see it and be like, well, damn, I know he was like this and I know he's like that, but yet he's now this way and that, and look what's happening for him.
Right.
Look at all this that's going on.
Right.
Wow, how did that happen? You feel me? Your curiosity will bring you to it, because you see how this person used to live and how much struggle they're dealing with, and then they turn around and find this and apply themselves to it, and then you see a whole different transformation. That ain't for the bad. It's not for the bad. You know? So I definitely would encourage that, not only to everybody, but for myself as well. I'm still learning.
Oh yeah,
Still learning.
life
That's
is
the
a
beauty
learning
of it.
lesson. You know, I'm in my mid-50s, but still, I don't know it all.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You in your mid,
Yeah,
man.
I'm in my
You wear it
mid-50s.
well,
Yes,
lady.
sir. Yes, sir. You don't forgot how old I am. Go ahead on now. I ain't gonna tell it.
No. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. I'm just saying, whatever it is, you wear it well.
Thank you. But
No doubt.
yeah, you know, I still learn a lot of things because everything revolves around another. What I did in my youth, they do it in the youth now. They do the same thing, but it's in a different way. So you got to keep your eye on your younger generation coming up, because if you don't keep up with them, with your future, you get lost in your past, and then your world is turned upside down because you don't know nothing.
Which is even more of a bigger reason why getting into this, it'll provide clarity. It'll allow you to clear your head so that all that distraction won't be preoccupying yourself to where you might be inadvertently, unknowingly ignoring your kids in some way. Like they might be wanting to come and talk to you. Not now. I gotta take care of something. You know what I'm saying? And you get caught up in the struggle, not realizing. But when you get into this, and then that's not to say that you still wouldn't get distracted. But with this applied to it, you'll be more akin to, once you realize, then you'll step back and be accountable for that. Oh, my bad, I didn't realize. Let's go ahead and take care of this now.
Right.
And it won't be any feelings involved on you, because you know that it's the right thing to do. Like, let me show you what I mean. Let me do this for you. My apology.
Right.
I did not mean to slight you.
Right.
And that is another benefit of this, is because, again, once you realize the distinction, feelings and everything like that, that's all Satan right there. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get out of this idea that he only works on the bad side. Like, he couldn't use love, good, and different feelings of positive to his advantage as well. You see what I'm saying? And once you realize that, then he no longer has that cover with you,
right,
to hide behind.
Right.
You feel me? As long as you are accountable to yourself and you admonish and demolish all of the sins that you got, you talk to the Father, to just him and you, not to the next person. You give all of the dirt that you've done in your life, even the stuff you've never told anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You give that all to him and come away from doing any of that,
Mm-hmm.
you will gain the strength. You will gain the strength, the inner strength to be able to stand up to anything and anybody.
All right.
That's what being a lion means in that song.
Yeah. I want to show y'all something. I had a lady to come out here. She made me some masks, you guys. They open up and close. Wait, wrong way. There it goes. She made these masks for me at home. And she dropped them off at my door today. I went to look in my mailbox. They were there. Because she said she knows I go and do things and take care of different things for different people. And this is my mask she made me. It's pink on one side and blue on the other. But she said, because she know I go to my neighbor's house, I ask everybody, do they need anything? They need me to go to the store. I go to both of my brother's houses, and I go to the store for them. I have one brother, I don't know if I told you guys, my brother has lupus. He also has COPD here just 3 weeks ago. Maybe a month. It's a month now. I had to rush him to the emergency room because he was coughing up blood. He had found out, he went in the hospital one day and they let him come back home. Then we had to rush him back in again, and they said nothing was wrong. They sent him back home. So the third time I said, no, I'm going to take him in. Something's not right. You're not going to keep sending him home and he's throwing up, coughing up blood and coughing up chunks. Come to find out, he had pneumonia and his lungs was bleeding. So now my brother can't come outside at all. Not that he can't, I won't let him come outside. And when he comes outside, I'd have him covered. He has cotton in his ear. He has glasses on. He has a hat on his head. He has a mask that comes way up here. He can barely see out of it through his glasses. And I mean, I have stuff covered all over him. His hands is covered. I told him he has to have on 2 pairs of socks because I don't want nothing getting on him, because if anything happens to my brother, y'all, I will lose it. My brother is 66 years old. And I'm the baby out of my family. So, like I said, I do everything for him. He can call me right now on the phone. I'll be like, hey, y'all, I got to end this live. I got to go take care of my brother. I'll come back. I'll come back on my live. But, yeah, your older people, you got to watch out for them, y'all. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Curtis, but another lady told me about using bandanas. This is a bandana. I just took it and folded it in half and rolled it and rolled it and rolled it, and this is the other half. Get you a coffee filter, put it in the middle of this, and tie it on your face. And there go you a mask right there. So I went out and bought me 2 bandanas, so I got me another mask. This was before I knew the lady had put those in there. But I also still have another mask that I had got. I got this from the hospital. I broke one of the things on here. I'm going to put some super glue or something on it and glue it back together. But this is a N95 mask. I'm going to take this one to my brother as well as put that mask and put this on top of it so he'll be extra protected. But, yeah, you guys, because it's getting real. If you guys got to go outside, do it, I say, before Wednesday. Because they said we are getting into our peak period for this coronavirus. So get y'all prayers in, pray it up, go get your stuff, come back in with your pot of water, cut you an onion in 4s. Don't cut up your orange and put it in there. You want to peel your orange, drop your oranges in there, drop your lemons or whatever you have. Drop it over in that boiling water and put your head over the pot and breathe up that vapor. That will clean you out. It'll make all the mucus in there run where you can blow your nose. You can cough it out. It'll clear out your lungs, clear out your nasal passages, because that heat is what helps clear it up. Okay, I'm hearing echoing off of your end, but
okay. That better?
Yeah. So you guys use
Okay.
that and clean yourself out whenever you go outside. You don't want to spend no long periods outside at all, because they say it's airborne. We don't know if it comes from somebody being outside coughing. I think it's something that they put in the air actually, as well as with the 5G. So all of that is playing factors right now.
Well,
So just be
well, you
safe
remember
with it.
that one? Remember that one helicopter video that was coming out of Chicago
Yeah.
where they was
Yeah.
dumping stuff in there? I mean, that's the agent right there.
Yeah.
I'm sure what they probably doing is one by itself, while it can be harmful to some based on their immune system, you need to have the other one active and with it in order for it to react and make the lethal combo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and with that pot of
Like,
water, not to cut you off, you put sea salt.
mhm.
You I say put, if you use a big pot, put about a teaspoon of sea salt in there. Put you one big nice sized onion, cut it in fours, put it in that water. Um Put you some oranges in there. You can put lime. I used the grapefruit at one time. That works as well. Anything citrus, but your lemons, your oranges, your grapefruits, whatever you have that's citrus. I'll put that list up again. You can use anything of these off of that list and put in that pot of water and let it boil and hold your head over and steam. I say put your oranges and stuff like that. You can even use it in combination: oranges and lemons, oranges and limes, limes and lemons, whatever combination you want to use. But that is just for an aroma, to get that aroma. And also, your orange peel has a source of vitamin in there. So use that and eat your oranges, you guys. Eat your oranges. If you like the taste of lemons, eat your lemons. Get lemon juice and make you some tea. Get your dandelion leaf, the dandelion. They sell those in your health food store. Make you a dandelion tea. They also have actual dandelion tea. Add you some lemon to it. Add you a slice of orange or a slice of lime, or add you some garlic. I eat half a teaspoon of garlic every day. So all of this stuff will boost your immune. So get that and use that. I'll leave this up for a couple of seconds. You guys want to write it down. If you want to write the pH balance down with it, you can. But that is to counteract the pH balance of the coronavirus, which is, coronavirus is 5.5 to 8.5. So you want to get something that is higher in acidity to knock out that alkalinity.
There it is there.
So those are the things that you can eat that will counterbalance that coronavirus. And you want to boost yourself up with this. Get you a bag, eat you one every day until this stuff is all cleared up. That way you already have built up, it's in your system. The more you have, the better it is. You know, that's why I said you don't want to have to eat a couple of them a day. Just eat you one a day. Get your kids accustomed to eating it once a day. You know, I'm sure you got people in your family. Get it. You'd be doing all of y'all a favor. You know, I'm sure you don't want to see somebody in your family go. You know, do yourself a favor. Prolong somebody's life.
Auntie, can you hold for one quick second, please?
Yep, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's who he is. The Boris Johnson. He is in ICU for the coronavirus. He was just a patient in the hospital. They moved him to ICU because he is an older guy. I think he's in his 70s. Yeah, he's Trump's homie. Yep. Yep, your orange passion fruit tea, Keita, that works too. And with that, any tea that you get like that, any tea, just cut you up a piece of a fruit and put it in there. Um, I'm just going through your messages. I'm trying to answer if you guys have any questions.
Sorry about
No
that.
problem. Um, yeah, the President Trump, he refuses to wear a mask, and that makes you wonder um, why, after all these people that he have come in contact with, all these people that he's around, why he don't have the coronavirus, why he never caught it. You know, his daughter has it. Well, she had it. She was confirmed with it. You haven't seen, heard nothing
What?
about her.
I, I believe he actually has had it, but his cabinet and administration just work to keep that information locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he did get it, that would show his true incompetence as a president and leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember now, he already lied when he said that he didn't meet that prime minister that had caught it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a picture came out right after that shows him shaking hands
Yeah.
with the same man he claims he never
Yeah.
talked to. And his own cabinet came out and said they were never in the same room together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the picture comes out and him shaking that man's hand. With no gloves on.
Nothing.
With no mask on.
Nothing. But this is the thing. Okay,
So,
I want to know this. If you catch the coronavirus, can you not get it again? Or is it
I believe if your body builds up an immune system for it.
okay?
That's why they're using people who've already gone through it. That's why they're using their blood or the plasma in their blood to try to synthesize it to make it into a vaccine.
Okay. Well, if you
Only
can't
problem
get it
with that
again,
is that they're also adding fetuses to it as well from unborn children
but if you can't get it
and
again,
newborns.
why is it recirculating through Wuhan, China again now? Or is it the
Because
same
I
thing?
believe it's a whole separate, different thing. I think it's something different.
Okay.
I believe it's
Now-
something different. That's just my own personal opinion.
Now I'm gonna say this is what I was gonna bring it to. Now there is one strain they said that it was by contact. Second strain they said it is airborne. Now you guys, one it said you get headaches like flu symptoms. You get headaches, nausea, all of that like regular flu symptoms. The second one is where it's attacking your lungs. You get the diarrhea and all of that and all the other stuff. Now there is a third strain that I'm just finding out today, you guys. I just read about it. It is attacking your heart. It is sending you into cardiac arrest. Now there is a fourth strain as well. You get it today, tomorrow, or the next day, you're dead. So that is four strains out here now that I have. And you remember I just read this information to you and Damien earlier. Well, there is four strains that we have readily acknowledged.
Right. Yep. You just did.
Yeah.
So I had already been saying all along that it had to be more than one because you got older people that are getting sick and within a couple of weeks are getting better, or they just, because of their weak immune system, they pass away from complications.
Yeah.
But then you turn right around and you see youngsters and, people in their 30s and 40s that are just dropping like flies after catching something after a few days. So,
and they're healthy, nothing wrong. They've never been out of the country, never had contact with anybody that's been out of the country.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
and here it is, newborn babies dying from it.
I mean, for real,
People,
for real.
some people don't have compromised immune systems. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Right. And they're trying to say that, and then they keep coming up with new names. First is coronavirus, then it's COVID-19, then it's something else.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
But watch it.
I mean, one thing that we need to realize is,
there's going to be something else. Watch. Where it's going to be something in your
no
blood.
doubt.
It's going to be something in your blood. It's going to be something in your blood.
I mean, they've been contaminating our food, contaminating the water. Now they're attacking us through the air with this stuff that they're spraying, claiming to be fighting a disease.
Mm-hmm.
A disease you can't even see.
And you don't smell it, you don't see it, you can't touch it. You don't even know it's there. But we're dying from it. And it's attacking. Right. Now, this is another thing, you guys. You got to think, is it really coronavirus that's killing people like this? Or is it the 5G? Because some people that are dying, they're not letting their families see. Their internal organs are fried. That is 5G. Because if you think about what a microwave does to your food, it cooks your food from the inside out. These people are cooking from the inside out.
Yep. No lie. But that's because I think that's a reaction from being infected.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
you feel what I'm saying?
And that's a
like
horrible
one by itself,
cooking from the inside out.
Right. Now they also got weapons that they're using now to disperse crowds.
Yeah.
Police do.
Yeah.
Just the police. So I mean, and they're using 5G waves in it.
Yeah. So all of those movies and cartoons that we used to see when we were young, and the ray guns and the zap guns, all that stuff. Your zap guns is now what we thought was the zap guns back then. They're just your tasers.
Yeah.
And the ray guns now is your 5G.
Yeah. I guess remember how we used to talk about the future was going to be here when you get to the year 2000. Yeah, well, looks like that we're dealing with the Star Trek age now, right?
Yeah, and just wait. Just wait. You're going to see, they said they have them. Cars that fly, you'll start seeing them. You'll start seeing them.
Well, I can dig that. They definitely have
they got
ships
the cars that used to drive on land, and now they go in the water as a boat. They got cars like that. Yes.
Right. I believe that they also have aircraft that have maneuverable capabilities that
cloaking.
UFO.
Yeah, they cloak.
You know what I mean?
They'll disappear. Yeah.
Not only that, well, they got people that have that. Like, they got the cloaking suits that they wear.
Yeah.
You know, the Army been having that.
They have a blanket. Yep.
You know, it's almost like Predator, meaning that the cloak bends the colors in your surroundings around it to make it look like you're invisible, but you can still see an imprint of it. So make of that as you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. CJ, when you're out and about, can you take pictures of those towers for me and send them to my email, bdaniels153@gmail.com? And I will get those pictures up on here for you. CJ is in Compton, California. He says they're studying. CJ said they're putting up those 5G towers. I want to see what they're looking like there in Compton.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And another thing that they're doing is whenever you see biometric trucks and different vans and different things at at places, that's them right there. But it's just that the government makes them sign a waiver to make them state that they are not who they are. That they got to say that they're a clean infiltration, infiltration group that's coming in to supposedly try to disinfect for the viruses. You feel me? And what they're really doing is they're the ones that are going in that's outfitting the elementary schools and the high schools and whatnot with the 5G pods all around them.
And they also
all
will
in
have
the
them come out in groups
districts
like that and test with those little meters to test the 5G and see the strength and the frequency on it.
Remember that video I sent you where the guy was filming the biometric trucks at that school, and he called the school's front office, and the secretary answered, and he was asking questions, and the minute he asked about 5G, she hung up on him. Like, why? She was like, well, why are they there? She's like, why do you care? Like, man, that's my children go to this school.
Right.
My money goes into this school.
Right.
I have a right to know. You know?
And I believe a lot more parents are going to start keeping their kids out of school and start homeschooling now. Because a lot of people are waking up to this.
Yeah, but I mean, just the fact that they're waking up to it is not going to be enough.
No.
It's not. You know what I mean? Because
it's not just being aware. You have to take action.
Yeah, but we have to plan the course of action. You can't just take action, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for anarchy. They're looking for chaos.
Yeah, but that don't mean you necessarily have to face it with an aggression. You don't have to meet it with an aggression.
No, not necessarily. But you have to make sure to cover all bases before you do decide to make a go at it, because just going based on feeling alone has gotten us into this position to begin with.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it has to be a different course. And again, once you have the calm and the steadiness of this, it makes it a lot easier to put things in perspective.
Right, because the president is just a puppet in all of this.
Of course, that's all he ever was to begin with.
Yeah.
He was chosen and selected. He was selected. He didn't get voted in.
He
was voted in at Bohemian Grove.
They know who's going to be president at least, I want to say at least 8 to 10 years before. Because they groom, they groomed these people.
And here's another thing that a little known fact about the presidency. It can only and has only came out of 5 family bloodlines. And yes, Trump and Obama are part of those bloodlines too. Him and Cheney are blood ties. Obama and Cheney are cousins. Did you know that?
And Bush.
Yeah. So that's not. It's not crazy to see why you see pictures of Obama, Clinton, and Bush hanging out.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I mean?
all family.
Exactly that.
And then you see them looking and they're smiling like
5 families.
They're looking and they're smiling like they're comfortable. They've been together all their, a long time, like they buddy. Yeah, you're buddy because you're family.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So even though it only comes out of 5 families, say for instance you're the opposition against them, like a Jesse Jackson or somebody.
Yeah.
The reason why they run is the same is because they know that they're not going to win, but it gives them an opportunity to put their business, their operations on Front Street. Like, you notice, right after he ran, all of a sudden he was with that Rainbow Coalition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was what he kept pumping all throughout his campaign.
Right.
So it was about that. It's just like American Idol.
Right.
There's going to be one winner, but everybody in the group still wins. Like, everybody still gets a contract. They still go on tour, a concert tour together, all of the losers, along with the winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where exactly is it? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
Right.
The same exact rules are applied that way too.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
You know, we get away from the fear first. We stop allowing them to just get us shook off any little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll be saying something. But by that time, and when they start seeing that coming from us, that's when they'll trigger the next phase of it.
But you know what?
One
thing I would like to see.
What?
And this will totally blow everything out of the water. What if Minister Farrakhan ran for presidency?
What about it?
What if he ran for presidency?
He wouldn't win.
They would try to kill that man. They would try to kill him.
I don't think he would want to be president anyway.
No, he don't want to be. But I'm saying, what if he did run?
Well, Al Sharpton ran back in the 70s, so...
But he was a nobody, really. He was somebody, but really...
Dick Gregory ran, too.
Who?
Dick Gregory ran also.
No, but if Minister Farrakhan ran right now, he would have them so shook up. He would give them a good run
because then they would make them think. It would make you think that we as a people will become militant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That we would start to it'd be back like how it was back in the day when Public Enemy and Ice Cube and all of them was leaning on his principles and teachings. You know what I mean? And putting that in their music.
But what are you...
You saw how quick they shut that down.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. What if he ran? And what if he won? Do you think that black people would come together more unified?
No, they didn't come together that way with Obama. Why would he make a difference like that?
Because Obama was on a whole different something than what Minister Farrakhan is on.
This is true. But I just don't see the majority in this.
Minister Farrakhan has more unity within his organization.
True.
I think he would bring.
But
I think he would wake up a lot of the people to get it together. And one reason why they wouldn't let him run is because he's too pro-black. He is for his people.
That'd be the biggest reason why he'd be a target.
Yeah.
Like, they may not be why they would allow him to run.
But do you know if he did run,
money.
how the lynchings would come back then? Did you think about that? If he did run, how black people would be lynched.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go with this. Did you hear something that we don't know yet?
No. That was just a question.
I'm just asking. You never know. I mean, because Aunty B, you might be privy to some knowledge that you just sitting and waiting to drop, and I had to ask.
Well, I do have some things to come to me, but that's not one. I don't think he would even want to. I don't think Minister Farrakhan would even want to.
I don't think so either. I don't think that's what his agenda is.
He's getting a lot of calls to the people of Nation of Islam. He's getting a lot of people following it. But this is what I don't like about that, the Nation of Islam, is they're doing a lot of worshiping on him of a man. And I'm not with that.
They treat him like he's Christ.
Yeah, and I'm not with that.
Right, I get that. Every religion has its good points as well as its flaws.
And he's not a Messiah. He may be a person to give the word, but I can't see me calling myself a sheep following his flock. No.
Right, but then again, there is no man that will become a Messiah here.
Yeah.
The only man that was a Messiah is gone. He's off somewhere else right now, and when he comes back, then and only then will we have a true Messiah. There will not be one amongst us that will come out of the ranks
Okay.
to lead us out of what Christ did. They're not going to repeat the same thing.
And then
Because
you gotta.
many will try to come out, as it states in the Bible, many will try to come out and use his name or try to claim to be him.
That's
You
just
know
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
gonna say, because there's a lot of things that's gonna come up, and it has been coming up. It has been coming up. People get in your ear and go to talk about, well, this is it. You ought to do this, and God said, okay, what God is you
Well, you
listening
know
to?
that.
Because God ain't told me no such thing like that. If you open
Right.
yourself to the word, to listen to what your Father has to tell you, whatever he has for you is for you. And he will come to you. He ain't got to go through no third party telephone to tell you this. If it's something he
Right.
wants you to know and it's for you, what he has for you is for you. He will come to you directly himself and let you know. If he got to sit you down for you to know that this is me talking to you now, you better listen. He know how to get your attention to get what he wants for you to know.
And we're not stupid. You can feel when when you're being checked, because you'll be all butthurt but don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? That's how it usually rolls out. But I was going to drop something to let you know since we was on this. Trump actually came out, and I'm going to send this to you because I posted this on my page. He actually came out and said he's done more for the American people
Jesus. I seen
than
that.
Christ.
I seen that. But I want to know this. What have he done for me lately? That little 12. I'm going to Janet. What have you done for me lately? Not a damn thing. Man, would you give me a
I'm not even hyped over that money,
stimulus check? I ain't even got yet. But I'm losing money right now over this
that
thing.
1200 is not going to handle the debt that you'll incur waiting to get it.
Right. And what has he done for me? You ain't give me no $25 an hour job.
And he didn't. Wait, let's get it. We could get it really in perspective. Damien touched on this the other night. He did not. It's not him that is doing it. That is just a part of the provisions that they signed on January 3rd that came into effect in like either February or March. You feel what I'm saying?
Everything that this stimulus didn't even come into play in March. They didn't come into play into January, February. This stimulus thing had been thought out. And that's why I say stimulus thing. This had the amendment had been set up 6 to 8 months ago. So they knew this coronavirus was something that was active
and
8 months ago.
They planned it. They planned it. You got Lysol cans from 5 years ago that talk about coronavirus. You got them making cartoons about coronavirus. You got people coming out and letting it be known that they're leaving because they didn't want to be here when the virus hit. I mean, why is all these people up and leaving and liquidating all their assets and leaving the country?
And then not only that, I look at it this way. Look at when Kobe Bryant died. They had a cartoon about Kobe Bryant in a helicopter dead. Or in a crash. Yeah. I'm sorry, not dead. They had him on, Lord. They had him in a helicopter that crashed.
And then he was alive for a little bit, then it exploded, and then his rings came out, and they said those were Shaq's anyway. I remember the cartoon. Yeah. I guess when they made that was their way of just trying to crack on them and stuff. But like Tracy McGrady said when he was on TV and he was speaking on Kobe. Now this, I don't want everybody to get spooked out or anything like that, but he did say back then that Kobe always hoped that he died young.
Yeah.
So that he basically would be considered a martyr. basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was
Adrena,
looking at it like
Bill Gates does have the patent on the coronavirus now, because the coronavirus patent had went out in was it December, I believe. The patent on it was up, and somebody else had to go and get the patent. Bill Gates bought the patent for that coronavirus, so he holds the patent now. Yep.
So that's why they don't use it no more, because they don't want to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's some goofy. You're gonna pay it. Oh my goodness, man! But you know what? That's all good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Golf clap to Bill Gates. You know, I'ma still worry about this truth though. How about that?
Yeah. Her infiltration. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that people, things they're trying to put things under your nose and in your face, but nobody is paying attention, because like with the coronavirus, it was out with Kobe, but it was sporadic cases here and there. So Kobe, when he came in, that took the distraction off of the COVID virus, and his death and everything around it. That was a distraction for it.
Yeah, because on the same page that was announcing his death, right to the left of him in another article, they had something about casualties in the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I think it was like 56 deaths or something like that.
And that's when it was starting in Wuhan. Yep.
Yep. So people weren't caught up in it right then and there, because they figured, oh, well, that's over there, it's not here. But what about Kobe, though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody ran out to go buy Kobe jerseys and shoes, and tried to go and order his daughter's jersey. You know what I'm saying? Just going all crazy and making murals for him. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be celebrated, but it just, you could just see that
some
they
things
really
need more
were trying to
attention to
stretch
than
this out. Yeah, they was trying to stretch this out to keep everybody occupied, like the star-studded memorial, the other little things that were going on and stuff behind it. Anything that the news stayed on him for like what, a good week and a half after when that jumped off.
Weeks.
So
it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, you hardly heard anything about the coronavirus until it had gotten to a point where it was just basically just leaking out of the side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It got to that point. So, yeah. And they knew what they're doing, man. This is all stated on the Georgia tablet.
Yeah.
You know, funny how all this stuff runs into the things that we've touched on in the last week or so. You know what I mean? Just, you know, it's beautiful how the truth can just link things together like that. And you can make sense out of it and go from there.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I also believe that hedge too, like I said in the song, the hedge, that's one of the rewards of faith. That's one of the rewards of true, honest to goodness faith. Where you know, where you don't allow any person to take you or deter you away from the Most High. Nobody, not even yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's when you get that hedge. I believe that's what's going to happen to the Most High's chosen people that made the decision to persistently stay steadfast with this truth.
Yeah.
He's going to send the angels to come and get them. You know what I mean? Going to see it. Don't be surprised. You see an angel come up, he opens up a portal, you walk 5 steps through it, now you're 50 to 100 miles away from where you was just at. Out of harm's way.
Yeah. And don't think they don't got something like that now. They got something like that.
I'm not talking about them and their technology. I'm talking about the Most High's people.
Oh yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
I'll put you like this. If man has something like that, then that means we know for a fact then that the angels.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no way they can have it, that kind of technology, and the angels don't.
Now, speaking of that, I want to show you guys something. This is what Tommy had on Illuminati. And he said there was something that he seen. I'm getting ready to find it. I just had it too. This is crazy. Everybody else done put it up. But he was saying that there is something that they caught in the sky. I gotta find it, and I just seen it. Gosh, he just sent it to me. Well, it was something flying in the sky, and they said that it was angels. And if you look at it, it was. It'll flip you out. It'll flip you out. Let me see. I can't get it. I don't know why it is. I cannot get a lot of this stuff to show up on my I can't get it to come up on here, but I can go back and find it on here. I can't get it to play. Something is getting to it so that I can't show stuff to play. But let me see.
Well, maybe if we submit our emails, you might be able to just send it out that way.
Yeah, I might be able to. But this one kind of tripped me out. Let me see if I got it on here. It might be on his Facebook page. Because I reach out to Tommy all the time.
No doubt.
And
shout out to him too.
Shout out to Illuminati Media and all of his channels.
And also, you said Infiltration was his name, you said?
Infiltration, he's a person that comes on here.
Oh, I thought he also said he had a page.
No, he,
Well, shout out to everybody that's listening that has their own respective pages. You know, keep doing what you're doing and trying to get our people educated, man. Get them up to speed with everything, because education and knowledge is the only key. The only key to this. Being ignorant and just trying to party it off like I guess they're trying to do up there in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Not that. Not the move. I mean, I'm certainly not knocking them for their choices and stuff, but I just think that we'd be more better served to be trying to stay diligent on that.
But he showed me something of where they have the mass graves. Let me see. Okay, you guys, here it goes with mass graves. This is how they're burying people. They're not letting their loved ones get the bodies and bury them. People that are dying from the coronavirus, this is what they're doing to them. Mass graves. And this, I give a shout out to Illuminati Media for this video. This is his video, so I can't take credit for it, you guys.
Wow.
But that's the mass graves. Yep, thank you, Keita. Keita found it. All right, now I'm going to show you this, you guys. This is crazy. Wait a minute. This is the angels in the clouds. Just watch it. You guys see that? Well, let me see. I'll play it again. Let me see if I can get it to turn sideways. Nope, it won't turn sideways for me. But I'm gonna start it over for you guys so you guys can watch it.
I think I've seen that one before.
All right, watch it, you guys. See it right there. Oh, right there. That's crazy. Oh, wait a minute. I
Yeah, but
missed the
keep
part
this
of
in
it. I
mind. They
missed part
also
of it
have the means
because you
to
get
be
to
able
see
to.
the full wings open. You get to see the full wings open. Just watch it. See, look at the wings, you guys, open. See the wings open on it? Whoa, wait a minute. The wings was just right there. It'll show it again. Okay. That's crazy. They've been showing a lot of things like that, and uh, a lot of people are taking a lot of things for granted and not paying attention to a lot of things. Whereas if you clearly look at it, it's telling you something, it's showing you something. Now, I was trying to find that one about the one I was just showing you earlier today about the let me see, where did I do with it? Okay, here's another one, you guys. I'm gonna show you. Wait a minute. All right, look at this, you guys.
That's why the fuck they want us to stay in the fucking house, nigga. It ain't the coronavirus, nigga. It ain't the radiation, nigga. It's this. What the fuck is this? What is this? What is that? What is this? Hold on. What is this?
I don't know what that is, y'all. This is somebody recorded it on Facebook.
What is this in the sky right now? What's going on? They not airplanes. They doing formations and shit. Like, what's going on? For real, for real. Somebody please explain to me, man. What's going on, man? Like, this shit crazy right now. What the fuck? Like, what the...
I don't know what that is, y'all. But people better start paying attention to a lot of things, because a lot of weird things is going on right now that we don't understand, and we can't, there's no explanation for it. So I don't know what you guys think. You still there, Book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looking at what you've been putting up as well.
Huh?
I've been looking at what you've been putting up also.
Yeah. So you guys, I don't know what to think about some of these things, but it's getting real out here, and whether we believe or not, the Most High has given us signs in many ways than one. He's coming back. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's coming back to right all the wrongs. He's coming to take claim of his people. He's coming to clear.
Wreck shop.
He's coming to clear it, to clear the
yeah.
earth of all the evil, the deception, the lies, the treachery, to clean it up.
All the people that thought they were going to get away, that is trying to hide in bunkers on the side of cliffs or underground, all the ones that moved to other countries.
You can only serve one master. Only one master.
All of that.
This one or this one. Red pill, blue pill. Which pill do you take? I choose the pill with my Father, the Most High.
When Christ comes back, he's not going to be nice. I can guarantee you that. He is not going to be the same way he was when he was here before.
You only get one chance for your salvation. Don't wait too late. I'm not trying to preach to y'all on nothing. I'm coming with the facts. You only get one chance at your salvation. Your soul only gets one chance.
Life is nothing more than an interview. It's just a matter of where you're going to be stationed at. At the end of the day, that's really what it is.
Okay, you have any final words to say before we're out of here?
Well, I'd just like to thank everybody that gave me their ear. I appreciated it very much. I if anybody is interested in getting any of the information that I have,
You have to speak up
you
a little
can
bit
just
louder.
use
You're
your.
going out.
I'm sorry. I said if there's anyone out there that's interested in getting at the information that I have, they can just simply reach out to Aunty B with their information, and then I'll send it to them, the links and everything like that, so that you can get started on your journey, hopefully,
Yeah.
and embark on this truth. So I much love and respect to everyone listening, and I hope that you and your loved ones stay safe, no issues jump off that you can't handle, and definitely leave it in the hands of the Most High.
You fall down on your knees and call out his name. That's what I say. That's what I do. I don't know nothing else. I know how to do that very well.
Yes, ma'am. Me as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
I
thank you
appreciate
for
you giving me the
calling.
time.
Well, taking
I
my call because
appreciate
I
it very
called
much.
you. All right.
True that, but I still appreciated it.
Okay.
Definitely.
And until then, your next day off, we'll come back and chop it up again.
Okay.
All right. And thank you. Be safe. Talk to you later.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Love you.
Shalom.
All right.
Love you
All
too.
right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys. That was Snipe Book. And I always appreciate talking to him. He has been my dear friend for, God, 10 years or more. Um, I have been with him on his journey through life of finding his truth. And in him finding his truth, he opened my eyes to a lot of things of truth. And I appreciate that. So, in me being the person that I am, I help spread the truth wherever it may lay. And I don't force anything on anybody. I just give you the information. I put it out there for you. And as it may, you take what you want from it. And I hope you get something from what I share with you on my platform and any platform that's out here. You know, never stop seeking to want to know answers to more. Always want to know what if, why, how come, how can I? And instead of looking down on somebody, reach your hand down, pull them up with you. You know, because every time you're not going to be up here, you fall low. Remember, the Most High sits high and looks low. And he looks low. He picks his best. He picks the ones that are worthy. Make sure you are one of the ones that's worthy for him to say, well done, my child. Come with me. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching the show today. And be blessed, be a blessing, and continue to seek to know the Father. You know, hold your hand out. Never be too proud that you can't humble yourself to somebody else and say, I'm sorry if I've done you wrong. I would like to make it right. And let's go from there. So, time is too short. Life is too precious to hold on to grudges and be angry or thinking that I got another day. Tomorrow may never come. Tomorrow may be too late. Your todays, let your today be today. And your tomorrow is another day. But don't put off today for tomorrow what you could have done today, because your tomorrows may never come. I want to say thank you to everybody. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day and be safe. One love.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah. If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home.
Snipe Bug, Dominator remix. Tell him, Jay.
We in debt with the Most High, but we ready to pay that. These nations wanna see us dead, but we ain't ready to lay yet. Yeah, you can say what you want, but don't touch us, we don't play that. Forgive them for they know not. It took a lot out of me to say that. Who are you to tell Israel they ain't gonna see Zion? Your world is about to end, but we don't believe in no Mayans. We came up on them ships, but we leave it here flying. How stupid you must be to be trying some lions. Once I let my locks down, you know I won't stop now. Christ gon' have a Caesar salad with a side of Rothschild, we lions. So they put us in a real cage, but if you in our den, all they gon' find is your rib cage. We headed to the top, but we skipping the middle, and we keeping the peace until your shy give us that signal. This world is our jungle, and you just a little birdie. But if you think we scared, then you probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30, 30 and 30, 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30, 30 and 30, 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. Yeah, you dealing with some lions, boy. Y'all wasn't even beating us, even at our worst moment. Only way y'all's beating us if the Most High put a curse on us. Nobody can save us. Every corner got a church on it. When the second coming here, it's gonna be a little different from the first, homie. War is on that man's mind. Slaying is his mission. Might not always pay my bills, but I always pay attention. In that book of life, I'm trying to get my name mentioned. You might look like a lion, but you live like a chicken. They don't woke them lions up. We wanna go back in our artifacts. When they see us coming, they might just kill over from a heart attack. Israel, oh Israel, now we living like we supposed to. Thanking the Most High, even after all the things that we go through. 30 and 30, 30 and 30, 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30, 30 and 30, 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. You dealing with some lions, boy. Yeah, you dealing with some lions, boy.
Yeah. The lion, which is the mightiest among animals, and doesn't turn away for any. The Most High, he's on board. Sniper again with John Boy. And if the rise to Zion, then I'm on that convoy. 30 remix, nah, bruh. More like paying homage to our dad and raw, bruh. And getting up on this knowledge. Like the fact that I'm an Israelite, Hebrew through my heritage. So save that you're from Africa. Israel is where it is. Fake Jews, religion too. You're gonna all regret this. All the pain you caused me and my people's on that checklist. I didn't have to curse you, or wish hate, or death wish. Believe the book, he's got you, but not in the way you expect this. Baptized, you think so, and now you think you're saved, bro. Obviously you're misled, cause the logic's off that paved road. Wrong way, wrong say. Worship on that wrong day. It's a long lay or a long pay, and work it like a long day. You can choose to laugh it off and think that you got it figured out, but I'm coming on that last day for the ones that thought that the bigger route was to believe what Satan preached. Live your life, no fear of doubt, and when you see your Shia come back, Earth's house he's clearing out. I'm feeling like Rakim, cause I see and know the ledge, but now there's a twist on it, because I know it's about the hedge. And
30 and 30, 30 and 30. You probably need to read Proverbs 30 and 30, 30 and 30, 30 and 30.